Hello and welcome to City Church. Today we're going to be interviewing Jamie, one of our interns. So Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, yeah, hello. I'm Jamie. I went to University of Manchester, graduated in the summer doing materials engineering, and now I work for City Church and have done since September. I've been coming to this church since, I started university in 2018, so 4.5 years, which was quite a long time now. I've just, been away for Christmas, but was this week at a conference for young ministry leaders, which is apparently what I am, so...
I love that, apparently. So you're an intern. Tell us a little bit. What is like an internship? What does that entail?
Yeah, so it starts off as a year. It could be 2 years of training in ministry, basically. So we work for the church 9 to 5. There's a lot of training, a lot of teaching. So we do 1 day a week. We're doing a module of a theology course, like a degree level course. So that's been really interesting and enjoyable to do. And then the rest of the time we are just part of the staff team. We have our own roles as well within that. So I oversee the live stream and operations, which is, I'm usually behind the camera, not in front of it. But it's very varied, very fun. And we just get up to a lot of, interesting stuff.
Okay, and why did you decide to do this? Like, why did you choose to do this? And at a church as well?
So I'd been coming to this church as a student, and it gave a lot to me. So, I think I grew up in a ministry family. My dad is a vicar of a village church. So I've seen firsthand people working in ministry very closely, and I kind of wanted to see how difficult it was. Hopefully they're not watching, my parents. But I wanted to give it a crack for a bit, and it seemed to me that the most logical time to do that was straight after university, rather than like trying to go into work for a bit and then back out of work and then back into work, that kind of thing. So I wanted to, sort of dip my toe in, see what ministry was about and see if I enjoy it. And so far it's been pretty insightful. So, yeah.
I love that. So it's kind of like inspired by your parents?
A little bit.
Oh, nice. So what does your day-to-day then look like at the church as an intern?
It's very variable. It's probably take the rest of the time in the interview just telling you what the week looks like, to be honest. But so Mondays, is our day of study. So that's the Crosslands, which is a degree level theology course, which we all study as interns. One of the days is mostly full of staff meetings, like reviewing the Sunday, talking about the life of the church, what can we do differently and stuff like that. The rest of the week, I'm kind of have my own roles. So a lot of it is the live stream. So hopefully it's made some progress since September, because that's been what my main focus has been, but also operations stuff, graphics, putting slides together for our midweek group in Equip, and also Sunday services as well. And generally just anything. They ask me to do a lot of stuff. So most things. And I also, run a football team and a building separate from church a little bit. But I've got a lot to do, quite a lot on my plate, but it's good fun.
I can definitely testify that you're doing a great job. What is the most challenging thing out of, like, I guess, all the things you have to do?
Most challenging, I think, obviously I went straight into this job from university, so I'd only been a student before. And actually I guess it goes with all kinds of workplaces, but the relentless nature of, like, when you're a student, you can just bin off going to uni a day if you don't want to, which is quite a freedom. But now, I guess it's the same in any workplace, but you can't really just decide you don't want to go in anymore. So I guess, relentless nature of work is hard. And also, I haven't seen it as much in my role, but certainly, like most of church ministry is working with people and like pastorally helping people, and that's a real challenge because it's just putting other people, like, I don't know, I've completely blanked on this question, I apologize, but putting people before you all the time, it's like, it's a good training exercise, but it's also it's difficult to not get burnt out after a long period of time. I don't feel like I've had that problem yet because I work with computers a lot, which don't rely on use quite as much. Certainly ministry generally seems to be that is quite an issue. But yeah, thankfully I've not suffered too badly so far, which is nice.
So what is the most enjoyable thing about being an intern?
Well, the most enjoyable thing, working in as part of the team, the church staff team is really good fun, especially the interns. We're kind of a smaller team within that, but like most days I'm coming into work and I'm like, I'm going to look forward to it, which is a real nice thing to have, just because I don't take that for granted, because I know a lot of people don't have much job satisfaction, whereas I think, yeah, working for this church, it definitely does give a lot of satisfaction.
Okay. And what would you say God is teaching you right now in this moment?
Yeah, that's a difficult one. As I said earlier, I've just been at a conference this week, so about working in ministry, and it's kind of, yeah, it's mostly about the future, as in like weighing up in my head, what do I want to do with my life effectively, which is quite a big, daunting thing to decide, and trying to rely on God in that and really get my head around that He is ultimately going to land me in somewhere cool, and I'm going to be doing something for God, whatever it is, whether it's for a church or for a different workplace. I shouldn't hold too tightly to, and instead just hand it to God and see what happens, which is quite a difficult thing to accept and get your head around. But I feel like I'm making progress, which is nice.
Yeah. You mentioned the conference a few times now. What are some other key takeaways from it, and how do you, I guess, go about your day-to-day remembering and holding on to truth?
Yeah, so it was a conference called Maximize down in just north of London, so quite a distance from here, but it was really good fun. It was for other ministry trainees around the country. So yeah, lots of people similar to yourself. And I think it was really encouraging to just share ideas and see other people in my situation, our situations as interns, because it can sometimes feel like no one really gets what you're going through. But actually, like going to things like that, there's a lot of people around that can understand and support each other, and also the teaching there, and like just trying to nail into us basically how to focus your ministry, your life basically around Jesus, and how amazing it is to really be working for Him full time, which I underestimated the level of privilege I have before going, but now I feel like it taught me a lot about that, definitely.
Is there anything else you want to say, and how can we pray for you as a church?
I think I ranted quite a lot about different things, but certainly you can be praying for me. I think, what I said about next year and beyond, kind of weighing up different things that I could be doing, and also just trying to stay stress-free about it, which is obviously easier said than done, but trying to just hand it to God and see what happens, basically, and not hold too tightly to any ideal thing that I want to be doing.
Thank you very much, Jamie, and we hope you enjoyed the interview.